Hey, Layla here from Spotlight Sessions, and I am here with the wonderful James Bruner. How's it going?
It's going great. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for asking. Tonight is your final night of the tour you're on currently. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling tired, but very, very good. I couldn't be more happy with the results of this tour. I'm really looking forward to it. Playing the 100 Club, having a great time, giving it my all. Very excited.
What a venue as well. How exciting.
Yes, the 100 Club, the Sex Pistols, the Stones. The list is endless. Very excited.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, as it's final night of tour, have you got anything exciting or different planned?
There's a lot of new songs in the set. That's pretty new and pretty different. Really excited about that. And then getting back to Nashville and putting out new music. That'll be pretty exciting as well.
So, you've been supporting Those Damn Crows.
That's right.
How's that been? Obviously, they're a slightly different genre to you.
It's been amazing. They're absolutely phenomenal. Their singer Shane is just such a frontman, and their fans are a cult. They're dedicated, and I love it. So
You love a cult.
yeah, yeah, very receptive fan base and very very fun every night. The meet and greets have been going really well. Yeah, it's been such a fun time. Cannot complain at all.
Every show is different. Have you had a standout show so far? Obviously, we've not had London yet. London's tonight.
Yes,
But what's been the standout so far?
there's been a few. I'd say we played a show in Lincoln, and that had like a really big stage and a really like a barrier kind of pit area where I could run around with my guitar and really get in the face of the audience and throw the energy back and forth. That one really stuck out to me. I liked the show in Sheffield because it was my tour manager's birthday and it was just a big old party and a grand old time on stage. And I really liked Morecambe. Crazy show. It was like this venue looked like a conference hall and it had carpet all over the floor and it looked like just kind of they took a conference hall and made it a venue, and that was the first time like I climbed the speakers, like the wedges that they had, and just stood on top of them to the ceiling and screamed. All those shows have been great. So like Morecambe, Sheffield, and then Lincoln, I think have been some pretty
Sounds
standout
amazing.
ones.
What's one thing people might not realise about life on the road?
I mean, I don't know if it goes without saying, but you get really tired. I get tired very fast, and it's hard to eat. I find it's hard to eat right on the road. I feel like I can't ever get, if I see a Leon, that's kind of my golden ticket to like a decent meal on the road, because it's
Okay.
everything's just, rest stops and driving.
What's your Leon order?
The Caesar chicken sandwich. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a
Caesar,
good choice.
Caesar chicken sandwich. Very tasty.
Love that.
Sometimes if I'm feeling spicy, a little bit of fries.
A little bit of carbs on the side.
Yeah,
That's it.
there's a cheat meal. There's a time and place for it. Absolutely.
We're going to rewind a little bit.
Of course.
We're going to go back to you, your journey, how this all began.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a moment in time where you thought, this is it, music is for me?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I would say it's when I moved to Nashville. That was really a turning point for me because I knew I wanted to move to Nashville because of, the mecca of just, it being Music City and not just country music. It had, all the things like hip hop, it had punk, it had rock, alternative, you name it, indie rock. And I felt like I fit in so much there because finally there's a place where everyone is really interested in music to the end of time. And so when moving to Nashville and just being around other people that were grinding and writing and producing every day, it was a competitive field, but in the best way possible. So being in Nashville, just fitting in and being like, okay, everyone's here doing the same thing. We're all here to help each other. We're all here to have fun and make music. And that was a joyous thing for me, a really big turning point for my career.
Yeah, it's really inspiring as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So inspiring. And, I'm privileged to get to, produce and write with some of these amazing people that, they're just hanging out in town. Katy Perry's keyboardist is hanging out, at the coffee shop. And yeah, the list goes on.
Is there anyone in particular who's inspired you in your music?
Oh, man. So many for sure. I'd say on stage, I really try to channel that energy of like Mick Jagger. I love, outrageous frontmen like Mick Jagger, Jim Morrison, Barnes Courtney is a huge inspiration of mine. I'd be lying if I didn't say that. He's amazing. I think, musically, I really love the band Måneskin. Like Damiano
Yes.
David, his voice is so gritty and so powerful. And like, especially on this tour, my voice has been more raspy than it ever has. Very more of an edgy delivery. So channeling those emotions of like Damiano David and the band like Måneskin, those are very big inspirations for me.
Amazing. Yeah. And speaking of sort of those artists, have you had any favorite shows that you've seen yourself?
There is a show that I saw in Paris, and it was a band called Caesar's Palace. And I hope they see this someday because my dying wish is to play a show with them. They're so awesome. They're the craziest punk band I've ever seen. And it was funny because I was on tour with just me and my guitar player, Zach, opening for an artist named William Fitzsimmons, who was like a very, very tame singer-songwriter. And this venue kind of had 2 stages on it. So we played our set and went to the second stage to see Caesar's Palace because we shared a dressing room with them for a second. And man, they killed it. They were so cool. They're like this young group of boys from Belgium, and they were outrageous. So that was a pretty memorable show that I've
Sounds
seen.
amazing.
Yeah.
You'd recommend.
Caesar's Palace all the way. Loved it.
Awesome. What's a fun fact about yourself that fans or people watching might not expect?
Well, I've turned over to tea on this tour, I guess. I'm usually a coffee nerd, but now I've turned over to tea. The UK, you've got me. I love fashion. I love strutting around in my boots. I'm a connoisseur of boots. That's a big one.
How many
for
in your
me.
collection?
Too many, embarrassingly, but that's all right. It's kind of like a guilty pleasure, It's kind of like people that collect T-shirts. You can never have too many. You can never have too many shirts that say "I heart New York" or "I heart Pennsylvania" or whatever.
If you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
I thought about this yesterday. I thought about being a hairstylist if I wasn't doing music. I'm a nerd for hair products, and I threw in my saltwater spray this morning to get a little bounce. Yeah, I watch YouTube videos like Steven the Salon Guy and everything, so I'd probably take up some hairstyling.
Nice. Have you seen Brad Mondo?
Brad who?
Brad Mondo.
Haven't.
He's a big stylist online as well.
Really?
Yeah, he sort of tears apart other people's videos when they're like, I've done a box dye at home, and he'll say,
Oh.
you did this wrong and this wrong.
It's kind of like a Gordon Ramsay,
Kind of, yeah,
do any of the
yeah,
TikTok
yeah.
videos and be like, no, absolutely not.
Back to touring,
Mm-hmm.
back to reality. Playing a song live can bring a different vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
So have you found that on this tour and thought, this is a slightly different take on this song, but I like it?
Definitely. I think for the better. There's a song of my new catalog of work called Big Shot that I've been playing in my sets lately, channeled by the aggression of like Lenny Kravitz's Bring It On and stuff like that. And on the record, there's trumpet, there's all my layered vocals and everything. And I love it. I love it times a million. But playing it live, the energy that I get throwing it back and forth with the audience and just the head banging tempo of it, I found that it opens up a whole new world when I get to play it live, and it's special. I love it.
Love that. And have you been inspired on this tour for new music, new material?
Absolutely. I wrote one the day before I got on the plane to London, actually, and I didn't even the day before when I wrote it, I didn't play it on guitar or anything. I took a run in Nashville, and when I got to where I was going, it just kind of poured out of me. I opened up my phone, jotted down the whole song, and left it. And then when I got out here, I took our little parlor guitar that we tour with, and I just played it and just let it marinate for a while, on the tour, and I love it. So there's inspiration flowing all the time on tour, needless to say.
Who would your dream collaboration be?
Lenny Kravitz is definitely at the top of the list. I love him so much. He is also a boot connoisseur that I track. Every post of Lenny Kravitz will be liked by me. When you go on Instagram and see liked by.
Hearts underneath.
Yeah, yes.
James Bruner. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'll look at the cheetah print boots and I'll say I like that. So Lenny Kravitz, obviously, Måneskin is a big one for me. I don't know how much longer we'll be around, but I'm praying, the Rolling Stones. I love the Rolling Stones so much. They're my favorite band, ever. So.
Me too.
If I could ever meet Mick, I think I'd die pretty happy.
What is your ultimate tour survival guide?
I'm a vocalist, so first and foremost, get a ton of sleep. Sleep as much as you can, whether you're in the van or whether you need to go up early and take a nap. Get that taken care of. Definitely sleep. The other thing, which you have blessed me with today, is black tea with honey. That thing helps my voice every day. So black tea with honey, and then I have a nebulizer, and it's kind of like a steamer for my throat. So I nebulize every day. I'll use it. It's a little pouch of saline solution that vaporizes, and you just inhale it. It hydrates your vocal cords. But yeah, I'd say black tea, nebulizing, getting rest, and then I'd say try not to stress, because tour can be pretty stressful. You have to kind of expect the unexpected sometimes, but ultimately I'm living my dream out here, so the least amount of stress always gets me the farthest.
Absolutely. I think just in life in general.
Yeah.
Gotta
Just
enjoy
really,
life.
really enjoy it. Don't forget why you're here.
Weeks on the road in the UK. Have you had any unusual or dodgy meals?
I want to say dodgy, but for a while I wasn't sure on beans for breakfast. Let it be known that I love it now. So that and
Okay.
yeah, us Americans have never had beans for breakfast, but I've become a fan. Also brown sauce. I love brown
Oh yeah,
sauce.
me too. Always brown sauce.
Bacon. My tour manager got me on the bacon sandwich with brown sauce.
Speaking of baked beans,
Yes.
this is a off-grid question. Have you heard of the Spud Bros?
I don't know if I have. No.
Okay. Have you seen all the hype on TikTok? Americans trying jacket potato with baked beans and tuna.
I have not. But
Oh,
tuna?
yes, and
Really?
cheese.
Okay.
So you
I know
do-
there's a ramen hack where you put tuna in and it's apparently pretty good, but I don't. That's a new hack. I've
Yeah,
heard.
it's jacket potato, cheese, tuna, beans.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to give it a shot.
Yeah, it's
That's-
not
that-
far
that's-
from Oxford Street. So
It sounds dicey, but I think I like dicey sometimes, so it's
Yeah.
great.
after this tour's wrapped, what's next?
I have a day off in London, so I will enjoy the beautiful city, and then I'll fly back to Nashville, sleep a lot, and I will get right back to work with brand new music for you guys.
Awesome. We're going to finish off with a quick fire. And
Love
I
it.
mean quick.
I love that.
Think fast.
Yes.
Okay?
All right, I'm on
You
the gun.
ready?
Yep,
We've
let's do
got
it.
24 questions actually.
Oh,
so
24 questions. Okay,
yes,
let's make them. Yeah,
okay.
let's do it.
Big festival stage or intimate gig?
Intimate gig.
Late night studio session or early morning writing session?
Ooh, late night studio session.
Acoustic set or full band energy?
Full band energy.
Vinyl or streaming?
Vinyl.
Winter or summer?
Summer.
Gold or silver?
Gold.
Write alone or collaborate with others?
Right alone.
London crowd or hometown crowd?
London.
Yes. Classic rock or modern alternative?
50-50.
Come on.
Modern alternative. I have to get with the times, I guess. Yes.
Dinner at a fancy restaurant or home cooked meal?
Home cooked meal.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee. Even though I'm doing tea every day here right now. Coffee.
Push comes to shove, coffee.
Push comes to shove. I get up in the morning, have an Americano. Yeah.
Beach holiday or city break?
Beach holiday.
Early riser or night owl?
I want to say early riser, even though it doesn't happen a lot, but early riser.
You'd like to think so.
Yeah, when it happens, love it.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Sweet or savory?
Savory.
Netflix binge or cinema?
Netflix binge.
Spontaneous adventure or well-planned trip?
Spontaneous adventure.
Big city or countryside escape?
Big city.
Be able to talk to animals or speak every language fluently?
I'll be able to talk to animals. I would love to talk to my dog.
Oh, what's your dog's name?
Bella. She passed away, but I love her and I wish I could have talked to her.
Oh. Go back in time or travel to the future?
Back in time. I don't want. I like the unknown of the future.
If you could pick an era, which one would you go back in time to?
Probably the 60s.
Nice.
I think
yeah.
the 60s are like late 60s, early 70s.
Chop about with the Stones.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Okay.
You're speaking my language. There you go.
Ice cream for breakfast or pizza for every meal?
Pizza for every meal. Love
Nice.
pizza.
Only wear black forever or wear bright colours forever?
Bright colors forever because you can really mix and match those. You can layer them correctly.
Do a clash as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Comedy movie or thriller?
Comedy.
And last one,
Mm-hmm.
have a time machine or the ability to stop time?
Ability to stop time.
Wow, thank you so much, James Bruner.
Thank you for
and
having me.
enjoy your final night of tour in London.
Oh, I will. Can't wait.
Thank you.